Hey, what's up, you guys? WWE Fan 0599 here again, and welcome back to WWE Fans TV Recap Show. And today's recap show will be for Supergirl. So this week's episode of Supergirl is entitled Livewire. Now, if you have not seen this episode, please do not watch this review. But if you have seen the episode, or if you just don't care about spoilers, continue on watching. So, if you have not seen the episode, please do not watch this review because it's going to contain a whole bunch of spoilers. So, you have been warned. Let's get into the episode. So, what this episode is basically about, it's about, Kara, she's her foster mother is coming over for Thanksgiving, and, it's all good and well up until this news radio host gets struck by lightning, and because she was trying to save her, Kara, her powers integrated into her to mix with the lightning, and now she's kind of like a metahuman. So yeah, so now she needs to stop her. So what did I think of this week's episode? Another great episode, honestly. I actually really thought this was a great episode. I really enjoyed this episode. The show is getting, to me, at least getting better and better. To me, at least. I'm really enjoying this series, honestly. I thought this was another great episode. It was just really a great episode, in my opinion. I thought it really was a great episode. So, yeah. So, let's get into my positives. And my positives are the acting with the episode. The acting was really good in the episode. I thought everybody did a really good job. Of course, Melissa Benoist as Supergirl. She's great. I love her in the series. She's by far, like I said, she's the best thing about the series. And she really brings, the series to light, in my opinion. She really is the one that brings this series to light. And she does a great job in this episode, She was just really great. I really enjoyed her. Of course, the guy who plays Jimmy Olsen, although not in the episode all that much this week, still was really good. The guy who plays her friend, who's getting better and better, thank God, he's actually getting better and better. I'm actually starting to really like his character now. He was really good in the episode as well. Just everybody did a really good job in this episode. Even the woman that plays Cat Grant was actually pretty tolerable in this episode, so yeah. The action was really good. We had really 2 action scenes in the episode, and it was really good. They were really well filmed, except for a few, just not that much, but just a tiny bit moments. Well, 3 fight scenes. Just in the fight scene in the beginning, there was just a tiny bit of quick cuts, but not too much, where it was like Taken 3 style, but just a little bit, just a tiny bit, like an ant. That's about it. But yeah. But besides that, the action was really good. It really was. It was really good with the episode. The writing's really good with the episode. I thought the writing was good. The directing was really good with the episode. I thought the directing was very nice with this episode. So yeah. And the effects. The effects were really good as well. So yeah. So let's talk about some of the moments that happened in this episode, because there were a lot of moments that happened in this episode. In the beginning, when we see a prisoner escape from, I guess I'll just call it a precinct for now, because I don't really remember the name of it, but escapes the precinct, and, of course, Supergirl has to try and stop him and everything. And that was really cool. It was a really nice fight scene. And when she jumps from the thing and gives her the punch, I was like, Superman punch! Oh wait. Oh, whoops. Supergirl punch. Yeah, because if you know WWE, Roman Reigns does the Superman punch, so that's why I said, okay, never mind. But yeah, she takes her down, and the guy comes up and he's like, what happened here? And she's like, he escaped from the precinct, and the guy was like, she escaped. And she was like, respect. I was like, that was pretty funny. So yeah. Then when, the radio host is in the helicopter and it's about to go down, and Supergirl has to go and save her, they get struck by lightning, the both of them, but the lightning goes through Kara and really hits, the radio host, and she's put into a coma. But we realize that doesn't last long, because she becomes, I'm just gonna call it metahuman. I'm just gonna call all these supernatural stuff metahumans. Well, the ones that humans turn into into. I'm just calling it metahuman, because that's basically what she turns into. She turns into a metahuman. So yeah, and And then when we see, Cat Grant wants Kara to come down to the office, we see that all the power's been, shut down. And we realize that the former radio host, who's calling herself Livewire now, she comes in and, she wants to kill Cat Grant. And, of course, Kara's not going to let that happen. She goes out of the way, dresses into her Supergirl outfit, stops the lightning from striking her, and we have a really good fight scene, actually. A pretty nice, well-done fight scene, in my opinion. So, yeah, we just have a nice fight scene between the both of them. She, of course, gets away and everything, so, yeah. Then later on in the episode, basically Supergirl and Cat Grant have to team up with each other in order to take her down, because she needs, a kind of a distraction. So then we see, she goes back to the place where it all started, and we see, Supergirl, they're fighting once again, and still another really good fight scene, and she has to put her in, this Ghostbusters type thing, in Ghostbusters, when they have to, put the ghost in that machine, that, I forgot what it's called, but they put them in that machine. That's exactly what this thing looks like, and even Supergirl, earlier in the episode, was like, oh, just like Ghostbusters. So I found that very funny that it looked exactly like, not looked exactly like, but it was almost exactly like the thing from Ghostbusters. So I found that pretty funny. And of course, Livewire kicks it out of the way so she won't get in it. And what she does is while Supergirl's getting electrocuted, Cat distracts her, and Supergirl takes this huge hose and sprays her. Obviously, water and electricity don't really mesh well together, and she's down and not fried. She's not killed, but she's pretty knocked out cold. So yeah. Then when we find out in the final moment of the episode, her mother has been wanting to tell them something, and she finally does, is that their father used to work with the DCPD. So that's interesting. I wonder, and apparently their dad died mysteriously, so they're wondering if the DCPD had to do something with that. So I'm interested to see where that goes. I only have two negatives with this episode, however, and my negatives are, the whole thing with Kelly and her mother, the whole, oh, you never appreciated me type thing, and it was garbage. It was awful. It was atrocious. It really was. It was very bad soap opera type acting. It really was. It was garbage. It was the worst thing about the episode, honestly. Every time I was seeing it, I just wanted to punch a wall because of how bad it was, honestly. I thought it was awful. It was terrible with this episode, but, so yeah. And just, Livewire, just kind of a weak villain in my opinion. Definitely the weakest villain we've had so far in the series. She really was a weak villain in my opinion. Just didn't really do serviceable as a villain in my opinion. Just a very weak villain, so yeah. But besides that, another great episode. I really enjoyed this episode. Just another great episode, so yeah. So it's time for my official grade on this episode. And my official grade on this episode is an A-. Like I said, I really enjoyed the episode. Another great episode from Supergirl. I really enjoyed it. Gets an A-. So what you guys think of this week's episode? Leave it in the comment section below. And I'm WWE Fan 0599, and we'll see you all later. Peace.